Greetings, chess aficionados. So, we are carrying on with the Petrovs. All been seen before, just running through these quickly. And here, knight c5. So, this move is quite a bit more rare than knight f6 or knight e5. It's only seen in about 10% of games, but you may see it. That's still 4,500 games on Lichess. So, what to do? What to do? So, again, the general rule is after knight here or knight here, we don't want to play bishop d3. We don't want to let him take our knight. This is not so much to be recommended. And we also don't want to take the knight, although it's nice to have this in the cards. It's kind of hanging in the air. And in a lot of variations, we do indeed take this knight, but not yet. So all our pieces are on good squares except this bishop, but we'd really like to put the bishop on d3, maybe c4. We're not sure yet. But what we are sure about is that it's opposite side castle, and we'd like to attack. So here h4 makes a lot of sense. This pawn's protected twice. It's going to support the knight. And yeah, once we get our knight here, maybe we could come here with the bishop, depending on where this knight is. And there's a lot of sacrificial ideas as well, which you will see in this video. So most common move is rook e8. And yeah, we hop in with our bishop. Why not? And you could probably guess what the most common move is here for black. I mean, I know I would be tempted to play it with this knight all up in my grill. Yeah, by far most common move is h6. And after h6, we have kind of a cool unexpected tactic. If you want to pause for a minute and give it a think, you are welcome to. So yeah, we're going to take on f7. And what's the big idea? Well, the big idea is we can get our queen here and have a discovery on the queen. But how do we do that? Well, first we chop off the knight. If black doesn't take, of course, then he's just a pawn down with the bad king. And if he does take, queen f4 check. And yeah, that's all she wrote for the black queen. Yeah, the game still goes on because we did sacrifice a knight. So we're only getting a queen and a pawn for knight and a rook. But yeah, this should be game over. So that's one nice trick. Yeah, likewise, if yeah, black has a number of moves here, but none of them amounts too much. For example, say he pins the knight. Now we can just come into bishop c4, and yeah, we're not really too worried if he takes this and opens up his own king. And yeah, for instance, c6, we can take the bishop again and pop over and harass this bishop. So there's a lot of different lines where we can take this knight and get a discovery, either on the king or advanced piece like this. And here, yeah, black can defend the bishop, but this is obviously not a good position. And yeah, I wouldn't want to be black here. Maybe get out of the pin, attacking this bishop, or activate the other rook. So yeah, there's not too much to discuss here. If instead of h6, actually here, black can play c6, but this is also a mistake. This is not super common, but if black does take this, yeah, now we can go ahead and take the knight, because now the difference is when we move the queen out of the way, the bishop can't interpose because the c pawn is moved. And yeah, after queen a5, for instance, we can just develop our bishop. Actually, perhaps even better is d3, even just giving up this pawn, but with a nice trick, queen e4. And yeah, there's a lot of nice tricks like this, especially in opposite side castling positions. And yeah, this isn't the first time we've won an unexpected bishop on e7. So yeah, I could show you a bunch of different variations, but the main thing to remember is, yeah, h4, knight g5, and don't develop this bishop yet. We don't want to it to be lost. We might put on c4. C4. Yeah, we may push this, keep pushing this pawn up, and yeah, just always look out for potential sacrifices and tricks to exploit either the king or get a nice discovery on the queen by attacking undefended piece. So yeah, this is not a super critical variation, but already you should be pretty well prepared for it. So I will see you in the next one.